Hello, this is Christina Venetis here. We have very crabby children. It's a snow day, and it's been a very horrible day, but I was watching your ladies' videos and wanted to make one about my kids. We are in the toy room, which used to be Holly's room, but this was the haunted room with the activity. So we're out of here. Where do we start? Well, I got married when I was 17. Holly's father was a soldier, and he was going to go run off to Iraq, and I wanted to be married before he left. This was the second deployment. So, I got married when I was 17, and I finished high school in Colorado. And we wanted to have a baby right away.
I'm laughing watching your video.
Okay, no interrupting. Okay? I'll ask you to talk when it's your turn. I don't think we're going to get this done in 9 minutes. I am a scatterbrained person. I have dyslexia and I forget all the time what I'm supposed to say. So we tried for 3 years to have Holly and had to have lots of procedures done, and I found out I had polycystic ovarian syndrome. I got pregnant with Holly, and I honestly didn't know I was pregnant. I was like 12 weeks before I got an ultrasound, and they told me I had taken the P test, and it said that I wasn't. So I didn't know what was going on. Her daddy was super, super excited. I didn't want to tell anyone because I was worried about miscarriage. But he called my parents and told my parents, and I was really upset about that. My ex-husband was, quiet please. We'll focus on Caleb. My ex-husband was abusive and he was constantly cheating. He cheated before we got married, but I still married him. So I ended up leaving him when I was 8 months pregnant with Holly, and he was not there from the birth. He could have been, but he didn't want to be, and so that's the way it's been since. She's seen her dad when she was 6 months, a year, 3, 4, 5, so 6 times. Holly, should we talk about your birth? You were born at, I'm going to talk about your birth, then you can talk. You were born at 38 weeks, and I had just finished painting your nursery the night before. I was crazy. My parents are hoarders, and this was one of the rooms that was piled high to the ceiling, and I emptied that room. I ripped up the carpet. I ripped up the studs. I was determined to have a nursery for my little girl. And so that I woke up, it was a Monday morning, 10 a.m., and the whole bed was wet. I was like, oh crap, I think this is my water. It was like sticky and icky, and so I called your dad and said, my water broke. Get your butt in the car and drive 8 hours. But he didn't. Anyway. So my water had broke, but I was not in labor. So I had to have Pitocin, and I had to have baby out within 12 hours, right? Because infection, all that stuff.
It was wrapped around my neck.
Yes, hold on. She knows the story pretty good. So they admitted me to the hospital about 10:20 or so, and then I had her at 10:26. So at 10:26 p.m. So it was about exactly 12 hours of labor. About 20 minutes of pushing and 8 stitches and lots of pain, and they tried for an epidural for 2 hours but couldn't get it in. That's when I found out I had bad scoliosis. I had no clue. So what were you going to say, Holly?
My name is Holly, and I'm 5 years old, and I'm from America.
What were you going to say about the cord? You said something about a cord? The cord was wrapped around your neck when you came out? Yeah, that was really scary. They had that thing drilled into your head because they couldn't pick up the contractions. It was a nightmare. But you were born 6 pounds, 10 ounces, 19 inches long for 38 weeks.
My favorite color is black, pink, and white, and green and blue. And my
This is her Justin Bieber room.
Is spaghetti.
Kitty, butterflies, and Justin
Bieber. My favorite animal is a cheetah. And what I want to be when I grow up a doctor who studies cheetahs. And that's my life.
Okay, I'm going to talk about Caleb really quick because we have 4 minutes. Less than 4 minutes. Okay, I dated a guy named Daniel for about 2 years, and he didn't want to commit, but he was kind of Holly's fill and daddy for a while. He never lived with us, but he was always there. And then I was single for about a year, and then I met Caleb's dad, Kevin. He was a photographer, and we randomly met on the internet. He was all of a sudden on my Facebook page, and I didn't add him, so I was like, "Where'd you come from?" I was gone on vacation when he appeared, so I really did not add him. Anyway, it turns out we used to live on the same street when we lived in Colorado at the same time, so we were neighbors, and we never knew each other. But I was just kind of messing around with him. It was kind of a fun thing. I wasn't expecting to get pregnant, but I was told I had surgery about 6 months before and told I had 13% chance of having another baby, and I was on the little mini pill. So I had just stopped taking that, and then like a week later took a pregnancy test, and I had no clue I was pregnant with him either. But I had an ultrasound with him at 6 weeks, so it was a little different than with Holly at 12. Okay, I'm talking. Please let me finish. We're going to run out of time, okay? Wait, please. I'm really stressed out because I spent 30 minutes shoveling and I have to go to work, and my life is always like this. Life of a single mom. Anyway, Kevin lived with us with his 2 kids, who were 2 years old, was Austin, and Cassidy was 4, and Holly was 4, and they shared a room, and they were best friends, and I think Holly misses them just as much as I miss them. But Kevin was bad, and he did stuff to Holly, so he got the boot, and that was October, August, so I was only about 3 months pregnant when we left. I haven't seen him since, and he's never seen Caleb, and never will. But we had a DNA test done a couple months ago, so we should have court in a month or so for child support. Caleb is 9 months. Oh, you were born October 8th, 2007. Caleb was born April 19th, 2012. You were born at 37 weeks because Mommy had preeclampsia. My blood pressure was really high, and my legs were swollen, and protein was starting to show up in my urine, and they were worried that my organs would shut down and I'd have seizures and stuff. So as soon as he hit exactly 37 weeks to the day, they induced me, and I think it was 8 hours of labor this time. They broke my water, and then 4 hours later, still no contractions. So I was walking. So then they gave me brain work. Dyslexia, I can never think of the words I want. They gave me the Pitocin, and I tried for an epidural this time and brought my x-ray along, but wasn't able to get it. But they tried 3 times, so I had 3 spinal leaks. I was in and out of the hospital for the next 3 days. Caleb was at the baby shower, which was the day after I came home from the hospital, and I was in the bathroom throwing up the whole time, so it wasn't too pleasant. But Caleb's been a wonderful baby. He had some dairy allergy issues, but he's been pretty ahead of the game on everything. And Holly's been a wonderful baby. She's a wonderful kid. I really am blessed. Okay, you got like 5 seconds. Want to say anything?
My name is Holly, and I am great.
Do you love the Lord?